Did you ever watch the Twilight Zone? Remember the one where the guy had the stopwatch? And somebody in a bar gave him a stopwatch, and he was this real obnoxious guy. And he took the stopwatch, and he hit it, and everybody else in time froze but him.
It works. I push the button, I stop the watch, and I stop the world.
That's an Outer Limits.
No, that was a zone.
That's an Outer Limits.
That was a zone.
Sixth finger. When did it develop?
Sometime during the night. I was too absorbed in reading to notice it.
Then I can hurt you.
Not really, but I could hurt you.
Welcome to another show. Today, we're going to explore the differences between the Twilight Zone original series with the Outer Limits original series. Two series in classic science fiction television stand out for their innovative storytelling and lasting impact, the Twilight Zone and the Outer Limits. Both shows captivated audiences with their thought-provoking narratives and eerie atmospheres, yet each possessed distinct qualities that set them apart. This document delves into the similarities and differences between these two iconic anthologies.
There is nothing wrong with your television set.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man.
Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume.
It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical.
Between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge.
We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the outer limits.
Don't make any noise when the music's playing. I don't like any noise when the music's playing.
No, I left Earth 8 months ago.
8 months ago? Impossible. No one has left or returned to Earth in almost 200 years.
The Twilight Zone premiered on October 2nd, 1959, and was created by Rod Serling, a prolific writer and television producer. Serling, who also served as the show's narrator, was inspired by his desire to address social and political issues through allegory and speculative fiction. The series ran for 5 seasons until 1964, producing 156 episodes. The Outer Limits was created by Leslie Stevens and produced by Joseph Stefano. It made its debut on September 16, 1963. While it only ran for 2 seasons, ending in 1965, the show left a significant mark on the genre with its 49 episodes. Unlike the Twilight Zone, which often focused on psychological and moral dilemmas, The Outer Limits leaned more heavily into science fiction and horror elements. Both shows would become rebooted. The Twilight Zone reboots were not very successful overall. It was rebooted about 3 or 4 times, and each time only lasted about a season, and one instance in 2 seasons, whereas The Outer Limits reboot lasted for several seasons and was much more successful. Rod Serling's The Twilight Zone is renowned for exploring human nature and societal issues. Each episode presented a self-contained story, often featuring a twist ending that left viewers pondering more profound questions. Themes such as prejudice, conformity, and existentialism were common, reflecting the anxieties and challenges of the era. The Outer Limits also employed a standalone episode format, but its themes were more firmly rooted in science fiction and speculative horror. The show frequently dealt with topics like alien invasions, technological advancements, and the ethical implications of scientific experimentation. While it occasionally touched on social issues, its primary focus was on the unknown and the terrifying possibilities of the future. The Twilight Zone is characterized by its distinctive narration delivered by Rod Serling himself. The show's black and white cinematography and atmospheric music contributed to its eerie, dreamlike quality. Serling's introduction and conclusion framed each story, providing context and often a moral lesson. The Outer Limits also utilized a narrator, though less prominently than The Twilight Zone. The show's opening and closing monologues, delivered by an authoritative voice, set the stage for unfolding drama, with its emphasis on special effects and creature design. The Outer Limits created a sense of tangible menace and otherworldly danger. The Twilight Zone has left an indelible mark on popular culture, influencing countless writers, filmmakers, and television producers. Its memorable episodes, such as Time Enough at Last and Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, have become cultural touchstones. The series has been revived multiple times, including a 1980s version, a 2002 iteration, and a recent reboot by Jordan Peele. The show's ability to blend social commentary with compelling storytelling continues to resonate with audiences today. While The Outer Limits may not have achieved the same level of mainstream recognition as The Twilight Zone, it has nonetheless garnered a dedicated following. Its influence can be seen in later science fiction series like The X-Files and Black Mirror. The show was revived in the 1990s, running for 7 seasons and introducing a new generation to its brand of speculative fiction. In comparing The Twilight Zone and The Outer Limits, it becomes clear that both series brought unique contributions to the field of science fiction television. The Twilight Zone distinguished itself through its moral and philosophical exploration, while The Outer Limits captivated audiences with its eerie, speculative narratives. Together, they have shaped the landscape of genre storytelling and continue to inspire new generations of creators and fans alike.
Thanks, Kevin. I'll wrap things up. That was our show for today. What did you think? Did you like one show more than the other? Both about the same? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and while you're at it, I'd be honored if you subscribe to my channel, click the bell to stay informed, and check out my Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter franchise also in the comments. Until next time, this is Axel and for Kevin Given saying live long and prosper, may the force be with you and keep reaching for the stars.